Welcome to the new moon video. This is a collective message for everyone. The new moon will be happening on the 2nd of March 2022 and it'll be happening in the sign of Pisces. Now, new moons are about new beginnings, a clean slate, moving forward in a new way, new manifestations, a new sense of direction. That's a new moon. The important thing to note that this new moon is happening in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is the last zodiac. It's where we come to an end of an astrological new year, and in Aries is where we start a new astrological new year. Endings are important with the Pisces new moon. Coming to a sense of completion, a cycle that is now ended, is very important. Pisces is a water sign, so this can make us feel very deeply all the things that we need to feel, where we release, where we purge and let go and surrender on a deep level. Because if you think of the past 12 months and all the things you've been through and all the transformation and the challenges and the obstacles, this is where you breathe. You may even feel exhausted. That is an energy of Pisces, feeling tired, feeling exhausted about everything. Think of Pisces, think of the ocean. It's vast, it's massive, right? Now that's where we just take in that energy of Pisces, that big energy of emotion and feeling of everything we've been through, went through, but we come to a sense of completion, like, okay, I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to release. I'm ready to put down this heavy weight so I can move forward. It's a clearing out. And that's important to note with the Pisces new moon. And the fact that it's conjunct Jupiter means it expands on this energy. It can make us feel more sensitive than normal. Jupiter is the largest planet. It's about expansion, growth, opportunities, yes? And that's why manifestation can be so powerful during this new moon. It can really expand on what you are manifesting. But it's important that you do the internal work, where you gain the perspective and the understanding of what you need to surrender in order to move forward. What do you need to let go of? What weight have you been carrying that has now become heavy and is making you feel exhausted? And your feet can't move, and Pisces rules the feet, so it's where you actually feel that energy and you're like, I need to put this down now. I need to surrender it. I need to let it go. I need to do this in order to set myself free. And there we can manifest. We can manifest all the dreams we want to have. And always think of manifesting when we want to bring things into our life. If your room is all packed with boxes stacked high and you're trying to bring something in, it's not going to come in. You got to clear out. And that's the energy of Pisces. And that's why it makes manifestation so powerful, because it gives us the opportunity to clear out. It's important to note when it comes to Pisces, we can sometimes want to escape our emotions through addictive behaviors. And that can be drugs, alcohol, spending, eating, anything that we do in excessive, watching too much television just to escape. Now, it's okay to take a break, but make sure it's not something to almost harm yourself or sabotage yourself. Spending some time alone in order to gain perspective will be great. Now, during this new moon, it's important to note that Venus is in Capricorn in shadow, with Mars in Capricorn, and Pluto is also in Capricorn. Now, Venus has been in Capricorn since November of 2021, and we went through a Venus retrograde, and Venus is still in that shadow of that retrograde. This is important to note because our relationships are changing. Our relationships with ourselves, our relationship with our friends, our relationships with our family, our relationship with the world. Pluto is about transformation. Once again, bringing that whole experience of endings. Pluto represents the Lord of the underworld and a debt to certain experiences in order for rebirth to happen. Transformation only can happen when a cycle has come to a complete stop, completion, it's done. And this is where we actually make the changes we need to make. But the beautiful thing about this new moon is that with the Pisces energy, it gives us this spiritual understanding. Have you ever been out at the ocean? right? And you're on this boat in the ocean or looking at the ocean. It's vast, it's massive. And when you look at the ocean, it gives you the spiritual understanding about the energy of the world and a higher power, whatever that higher power might be for you. But it's where we surrender what we're feeling in order to let it go. This will be a great time to connect to your angels, your spirit guides, ancestral work, God, the power, higher self. What you connect to on a spiritual level will be very empowering for you during this new moon. Because when we think of the changes we are going through, especially with all that Capricorn energy, which is making it very real. Capricorn is an earth sign, so it's based in reality where we have to look at our work life, our family life, our friendships, ourselves, and all the changes we've been through since December of last year, moving forward, and what has transpired with ourselves emotionally, deeply when it comes to our relationships and our relationship with ourselves and others in the world at large. We are now seeing ourselves in a new light. And there's a still with Pluto there, things that need to come to an end. Power struggles, whether we are struggling for power within ourselves, and we can do that, where they are, but you need to do something, but you're doing something else. That's a power struggle, right? It's a power struggle because you get frustrated with yourself. Or when you're in a relationship and you're just doing things out of obligation, this can be personal, friendship, work, that kind of thing, where it's really just pulling you down. And that's the transformation that's also happening right there with that Venus and Mars. It can make us feel deeply, again with Pluto, also deeply sensitive, but also empowered. That's the thing. Sometimes we look at sensitivity as a bad thing, but you might say you're so emotional. But within that emotion, there's a great power, because when we truly tap into how we're feeling about certain things, we can step into our power. There's no denying it. You feel it. And that's the important thing to take with the Pisces New Moon. It's so intuitive because it's so tapped into what you are feeling. What do you feel about the world around you? What do you feel about yourself? What do you feel about the choices you're making? And that is very important, because we do have Mercury in Aquarius with Saturn in Aquarius, and that wants responsibility when it comes to the structure of our lives, the choices we make, what we are thinking, how we are connecting when it comes to Aquarius as well. And Mercury being in Aquarius is to think in a new way. And to think long term. Also, the Capricorn energy is long-term energy, because Capricorn's ruler is Saturn. And Saturn being in Aquarius, again, is about long-term. And it's also with Mercury right there, giving us a new way to think. We can feel very much so mentally overstimulated, overthinking. And when it comes to that Venus-Mars energy in Capricorn with Pluto, we can feel very much the power struggles that we go through on a day-to-day basis, and everything we experience during that Venus retrograde as well. But it's coming to an end. It's coming to a close. And it's asking you, with this Pisces energy, are you ready? Are you ready to let the Pisces energy, the water, cleanse your soul, so you can move forward in a new direction, to claim in your life what you want on a long-term basis? It's a very empowering energy, and that's why there's so much power within the ocean. There's so much power within emotion. And that's the power that we are being gifted during this powerful new moon. It's very psychic, and it's very powerful, and it will highlight and manifest and bring to you all that you wish. But you got to do the work of noticing the difficult parts that needs to be cleansed and washed away, because that's the energy of Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. Down below, you'll find a link to my website for readings, as well as a link for appreciation of these videos.